2 years have passed since President Moon Jae-in first unveiled his so-called Moonjaein Care, aimed at expanding health insurance coverage. Major steps have been made in that direction, but the president says he will do more, including an expansion of coverage to 70% of all medical treatments. Hee-jun gives the details.
President Moon Jae-in has vowed to make sure that his so-called Moonjaein Care guarantees coverage for 70% of all treatments within his term. At an event Tuesday at a hospital in Goyang assessing the progress made during the first 2 years of the plan, President Moon appeared confident that his healthcare plan will succeed. The Moon administration's healthcare plan, announced in 2017, aims to cover all medical costs except for cosmetic surgery, and it has made some major accomplishments on that front. Data released the same day by the Ministry of Health and Welfare show that 36 million people saw their medical costs cut down by around $1.9 billion in the past 2 years thanks to the new policy. Patients who require intensive care used to pay half the cost out of pocket, but now they pay just a fourth. Medical costs for the elderly and children fell by $686 million. But President Moon says his government will not stop there. He has promised to lower costs for patients getting checkups and treatments that have not been covered by state insurance before. They include prostate exams and abdominal and breast MRIs. The president added that he will work to enhance the quality of emergency and critical care, areas that are directly linked to people's lives. More children's hospitals will be built as well. The South Korean president said he will continue to strengthen welfare benefits as part of building what he calls an inclusive nation. Hee-jun, Arirang News.